I'm Stacy Glick, and I'm a proud member of Israel Bond's new leadership in New York City. Today we are celebrating Israel's independence. 72 years of incredible achievement. We have an exciting program in store for you today, and I'd like to begin by asking you to join me in a toast. We will be toasting Israel throughout the program, so please make sure to have a drink and a glass ready. Now please switch to gallery or grid mode, which is at the top right of your screen, so that we can all see each other toasting to the amazing state of Israel. To Israel, a remarkable nation that has shown us that nothing is impossible, an inspiration to us particularly during these challenging times. A nation that makes us proud and amazed every single day. L'chaim. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to turn the program over to our master of ceremonies, comedian Benji Lovitt. Since making Aliyah in 2006, Benji has performed for audiences around the world. His wry perspectives have been featured on Israeli TV, radio, Time Magazine, and BBC Radio. During 2014's Operation Protective Edge, his humorous observations on the war led to him being called the only reason to go on Facebook. Please help me welcome Benji Lovitt.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Welcome everyone. Hello to our viewers in the United States and around the world, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Israel Bond celebration of Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israeli Independence Day. Today we are celebrating Israel turning 72 years old. And if you think that sounds old, to put it in perspective, last month, Steven Tyler also turned 72, and that guy looks great. So I think we're in good shape. Our first laughs of the evening, we're doing great so far. But there's more, so much more, because this event will be a celebration with music, dancing, some inspirational words, and if I do my job, maybe even a few laughs, and I might even hear a few of them. So right now, I'm in Jaffa, just south of Tel Aviv. It is just after 8 p.m. On the East Coast, I believe it's just after 1 p.m., which means, yes, I'm in the future. How about that? I'm calling from the future people. The future in Israel is very bright. Let me tell you about it. First of all, that whole conflict, that's done. We took care of it. It's gone. The future is bright here. What else? Amazon. Amazon moved their offices to Jerusalem. You no longer need to schlep stuff here. We're in good shape. And lastly, in the future, the strongest currency in the world, in the global economy, is the Israel bond. You can get rid of those dollars. Those are no good. My relationship with bonds goes back many years. I do a lot of stand-up comedy shows in the United States, showcasing the magic of this country. And Bonds does great work. I see their work here in Israel before my very eyes. The infrastructure, the growth, I'm pretty sure if it was not for Bonds, I would be doing this call on a dial-up modem. So thank you, Israel Bonds. Thank you very much. And the truth is, I don't just perform for Bonds, I've bought many bonds. So to paraphrase that old Men's Hair Club commercial, I'm not just a comedian, I'm an investor.
There you go.
But that said, I have to say, Israel Bonds, I just think maybe you should change your name here in Israel because the brand is not as strong here. Earlier today, I'm talking to an Israeli friend of mine. I say, I gotta go, I'm doing that Bonds thing tonight. He says, bombs? What bombs? I said, no. Bonds, Israel Bonds. We don't bomb nobody. Oh, stupid CNN. Wait a second. Wait, Bonds. But like James Bond? Beseder, okay. Tell him I say hello. So I'll work on that. I'll try to spread the word here. So it is a pleasure to be doing this online stand-up with you today. It's my first Zoom comedy show. I've done a handful of them over the last month. It is a new world. We'll talk about that a little bit tonight. But it's weird. Not a lot of stand-up comedians doing Zoom comedy for a variety of reasons. But most of all, it's almost impossible for me to get any positive feedback from you, which is actually much like my dating life, so maybe not so foreign to me. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm honored that Bonds hired me. However, a little hard to feel appreciated when you're hired virtually. Benji, we'd love to work with you, but just stay where you are. Stay far away. Don't come any closer. We want you on the other side of the world. So this is where you have me right here. I've done a bunch of shows this week for Yom Ha'atzmaut, and I gotta say, earlier this week, I did a show that, as the kids say, broke the internet. Well, my router stopped working, to be more specific, but same thing, really. Same thing. I'm feeling good so far. We got a great program ahead of us, but if my part's not going well, if no one's laughing, worst case, I just hang up. Pretty easy. If you're gonna bomb, you should do it on Zoom. That's what I say. I know we have people from all over the world, mostly the United States, and probably mostly New York, New Jersey, big Jewish population. And I have to say, living in Israel has made me see New Jersey in a new light. Because growing up as a kid in the States, all my Jewish educators would say something very familiar. I'm sure you've heard of it. Hey kids, did you know that Israel is the same size as New Jersey? You might be surprised to find out they don't teach that to Israeli kids. ילדים, אתם יודעים שאנחנו אותו הגודל כמו New Jersey? Nobody cares, not a thing. Well, I have a weird job. I gotta say that I moved to a country and I do stand-up in a language that is not even native to the country I live in. Guys, in America, would you ever go hear a Japanese comedian perform in Japanese?
No.
No, you're probably racist if you said no. Probably racist, but this is a weird job. I perform for Jewish audiences. I can't see you. I don't know who you are, right? What a weird job to be a Jewish comedian. I had a show last year. We're going to start the show in a second. I had a show last year for Chabad of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm on the airplane talking to a non-Jewish woman. She looks at the flyer on my computer and says, I've lived in Georgia for 45 years. I've never heard of a comedy club called Chabad. To be fair, it's Chabad of Atlanta. Just, Because Yom Ha'atzmaut in Israel is a time to celebrate. It's a time for fireworks and dancing and barbecue and good times. Everyone here is in a good mood. Even though we're locked down, the level of excitement is no less. But don't take it from me. I want to introduce a good friend of mine, and you think you love Israel. I know I love Israel, but this guy loves Israel so much, his name is Israel. Please welcome the president and the CEO of Israel Bonds, Israel Maimon.
Woo! Woo! Thank you very much, Benji. I love you. Happy Independence Day. Chag Ha'atzmaut Sameach. I want to say to all of you, all Israel Bond supporters, and our staff members, I want to say to you from the bottom of my heart, as an Israeli, as a CEO of Israel Bonds, thank you. We are all taking pride today of Israel, our Jewish homeland. And correctly so. There is so much to be proud of this little but great state. And you, all of you, have a direct share in how great Israel is. In these times, my number one wish for all of us and for the state of Israel is a simple one, you know it. B'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. Next year in Jerusalem. Thank you very much. Chag Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
Thank you, Israel. And I know we're a small country. You talk about how small we are, and I know some people say size doesn't matter, but they didn't see my last studio apartment in Tel Aviv, okay? It was like solitary confinement with a water bill, okay? I've moved on to a bigger place in Jaffa, so I'm happy about that. But we all have a strong connection to Israel. I don't know what everyone's background is. Some of you may have come here on vacation, maybe a mission, maybe a youth program. My connection to Israel started off back as a kid with a Jewish summer camp, and I wish I could do audience participation here, but I know so many of you, even without clapping, went to Jewish summer camp. And we love Jewish summer camp because Think of all the things we take from camp. Jewish identity, Israeli culture, Israeli dancing, Jewish values. But you know we didn't get from camp? Hebrew. We thought we learned Hebrew. We didn't. We learned nouns. You see, no one ever left camp able to say a full sentence. I mean, I guess if you ever find yourself in this situation where you have to say singing, dancing, camper counselor, dining room, you might. If anyone thinks they learned Hebrew at Jewish summer camp, try telling LL security when this whole thing passes. Yeah. You know Hebrew? Why, sure out to Jewish summer camp. As Mata Sapo, Sheka Bavakasha.
So he wants 2,000. So would it be?
Yeah. So camp is great, but you know, camp can only take you so far. At some point, you have to come to Israel and see with your own eyes. And that's what I did. I was 15 years old. I came on a teen tour. It changed my life. Long time ago. I don't remember much, but the only thing I remember is what my tour guide would tell me in the summer about 1,000 times a day. I know you know it. Wear a hat and drink water. But they don't just tell you to drink water. A lot of the tour guides will teach you a little nursery rhyme to help you remember. If you don't know it, you'll learn it now. Pipi tzahov, lo tov, pipi lavan, mitsuyan. Israel Bonds, let me translate that for you. Yellow pee-pee, not good. White pee-pee, excellent. Do you know the third verse? Pee-pee adom, red. I'm bleeding internally. Take me to Hadassah Hospital immediately, right now. Right now. If you've never been here, I hope everyone watching this has been here to see with your own eyes. But if you haven't, the best thing you could do is come, because it's not like it looks on the news. I have friends who've never been here. They think it's a war zone. They think it's a desert. My friends are like, Benji, you live in Israel. Do you ride a camel to school? What are you, a moron? I'm an adult. I ride a camel to work. But the craziest thing, and I know it's going to sound obvious, but the craziest thing about coming here for the first time is looking around and seeing all the Jewish people. It's crazy. Because I'm from Dallas, Texas, and all the stereotypes of Jews where I come from and most of America go out the window. I drive in the bus through Jaffa, Jewish. Guy working at McDonald's in Beersheba, Jewish. My first time here, I got held up at knife point. Jewish criminal. How do I know? He took my wallet and invited me for Shabbat dinner. Oh, is that beautiful? Only in Israel. Oh, so magical. But it is magical here. On a day like Yom HaZikaron or Yom Ha'atzmaut, you have to be here to really appreciate it, right? To be Jewish here, I mean, Pesach. We had Pesach recently. That's a holiday that's got to be better here. And if you ask any Israeli, they'll tell you, I guess there's only one Seder. Okay, guys, if you ever have the opportunity to break the news to an Israeli who does not already know that we do 2 Seders abroad, you must do it just to watch their heads explode. They can't believe it. They think it's crazy. Like, imagine going to another country and finding out they'd have 2 circumcisions. It's crazy. And the food, I mean, this year was different, but normally you can go anywhere, you find Passover food. I was at a grocery store in America. Please tell me you've seen this. I saw a box that said matzah, not kosher for Passover.
Why?
Who's eating that? That is like going to the pharmacy and picking up your medicine, insulin, not for diabetics. What is that? And guys, I know this is a home to 3 religions, right? Judaism, Islam, Christianity. It's the Holy Land. But I gotta say though, can't imagine celebrating certain holidays here. Christmas? We don't have any chimneys. I don't know how you're getting your gifts. Certainly not through our postal service.
Right.
The minute Santa Claus gets into Israeli airspace, he's getting shot down by the Iron Dome. So I'm not really sure how that works. Guys, we're going to move things along. I'm having a great time. I know you are too. The vice chair of the Campaign Advisor Council is going to lead us in the second Toast for Israel. Please welcome Larry Olschwanger.
Thank you, Benji, and Chag Sameach to all of you. I ask that you now join me in a toast to the State of Israel, and as before, please switch to the gallery or grid mode. To Israel and its enduring partnership with Israel bonds, together from decade to decade and generation to generation, we have built a strong, dynamic Jewish state that is a source of immense and enduring pride. L'chaim. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege to present greetings from the President of Israel, Reuven Rivlin. President Rivlin has been a warm friend of Israel bonds for many years, a friendship that has continued to this day. His message highlights the depth of his appreciation for our efforts. Please watch.
Dear friends, it is a great pleasure to take part in this special online event celebrating Yom Ha'atzmaut from far away, but still all together. On behalf of everybody here in Israel, I would like to send my warmest greeting to all Israel's Bonds family and to thank you for your mission to make sure that Israel overcomes the worldwide challenge we are facing today. Chag Atzmaut Sameach to all of you. While this year's celebration may be different, no virus can keep us from celebrating the miracle of the Jewish and democratic state of Israel. And although we cannot be together this year, this crisis has made us feel more than ever that we are one family with shared history, shared value, and shared destiny. This is not the first time that we are celebrating Yom Ha'atzmaut in a time of great challenges. Again and again, we have faced great dangers and threats. But our people's determination and solidarity allowed us to overcome every challenge, and the state of Israel grew into a strong democracy. This same determination and solidarity will allow us to overcome the great challenges of Corona as well. Israeli startups and research centers are already making important contribution to the global fight against Corona. And I know that the state of Israel and the people of Israel will become stronger from this crisis. I look forward to celebrating with all of you next year in Jerusalem. So, happy Independence Day. Chag Atzmaut Sameach. God bless all of you. God bless the state of Israel.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Rivlin. By the way, we are still on for dinner Thursday night. I'm sorry I did not return your phone call yet. Always an honor to hear from the president, very eloquent. By the way, if you were wondering what that GPO was up in the corner of the screen, that stands for Global Pandemic OI, I think is actually, or Government Press Office, one of the two, not really sure. President Rivlin is a wonderful man, beloved by many, but his material not so funny. I think I can help him with the punchlines. But we can't ignore this crazy pandemic we find ourselves in, mentioned it, and honestly, there's nowhere I'd rather be than here in Israel. From the moment I got back a month and a half ago, I felt very safe and supported by my community of neighbors. They brought me food when I was in quarantine and helped me, even when I didn't even see them with my own eyes. They were there to deliver me food and make me feel safe at home. But it's a crazy time, and it's going to pass, but Jews, and especially Israelis, have survived throughout the times with our sense of humor, and this time is no different. So one day this will pass, we will travel again, and when you travel next, take my advice. I traveled a month ago. Learn from me. Do not fly with an emotional support bat. Don't do it. Bad idea. The guy next to me had an emotional support mouse. It was not good. Not good at all. I got back to Israel. I got off the plane, and it was stressful. All these regulations that I don't know how to follow. The biggest one is Benji. You must keep a distance of 2 meters. I'm like, man, now I got to learn the metric system. Oh, I'm going to die because I'm from the States. I don't know what a meter is. What is that, 10 pounds? I have no idea. The other big one, Benji. You must keep a social distance. Or as the document says, respect the restraining order. You mess up one time, they don't. These are jokes. Thank you for laughing. I've been in my apartment for about a month and a half. I got to be honest, as an introvert, as a single person, not so bad. Not so bad to be at home, right? Anybody enjoying their downtime? Right.
Yeah.
The new normal. The new normal. I'm watching Netflix and eating a hummus with a spoon. This feels like the old normal to me. Nothing new about that. Guys, please send an adult, a responsible one. I need to limit my screen time. I do. I do. I'm on the phone all the time. The problem is my phone calls end very strangely. Talking to a friend the other day, I'm like, hey man, I gotta go. I gotta go to the bathroom. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's too much information. I'm like, where else could I possibly say I have to go that you would believe? I'm like, hey man, I gotta go to the hotel. No, you don't. I gotta see my lawyer. I don't think so. All right, what do you think I can't leave. Fortunately, I can leave now. I can go up to 100 meters here in Israel, which is far enough to go to the grocery store. And thank goodness, because at the end of my quarantine, it's getting a little tough. Like, the last day or two of quarantine, when you can't go shopping, feels like the last day or two before a long flight. Like I'm looking in the fridge. What do I got here? Okay. An onion, tuna fish, and butter. That's a meal. I can do that. I can do this. But now I'm walking around. I don't know how it is in America, but I'm getting pissed off when I see people with their masks, not over their mouth and nose, but over just their mouth or around their neck. Are you seeing this in America too? That doesn't work. That does nothing. That is like a boxer starting to put on a jock strap and stopping at his knees. But yeah, that's just for show. That's okay. I don't really need to put it on. Come on. These crazy times, though, they're making us appreciate the old life that we used to have. Right? Did anyone do a Zoom Seder? I guess we all did Zoom Seders. Mm-hmm. I like the Zoom Seder. I'm not going back to the in-person Seder. You see, the Zoom Seder is for the person who wants to feel Jewish, but likes to go to sleep before 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. I want to do the whole Haggadah, but I only have the free account. It's up to 40 minutes max. I'm sorry. If you wanted me to afford the pro account, you should have sent me to private school. We can't all be the wise son. I'm so sorry, Mom. Yeah, anybody logged on to like streaming to feel like prayer services, streaming over the internet? Like, I don't know if there are rabbis watching. Like, just, you got to do one thing for me. You got to make it more exciting. Because here's the thing. I like religion. I like synagogue. But I'm watching this on the TV. And it suddenly feels like the worst rerun I've ever watched. You got to give me a cliff. Like, I should be able to call my friend and say, dude, did you see Shacharit yesterday? You're not going to believe it. Yeah, they put the Shema after Adon Olam. Who saw that coming? That is amazing. Right? That is amazing. Well, what can I tell you guys? I miss Israel. I miss speaking Hebrew. I miss speaking Hebrew. And if you ever come to Israel, the one thing you must do is ulpan. Right? You got to do ulpan, Hebrew immersion. Right? Because even if you don't love ulpan, you will love your teachers because they speak like you're 5 years old. Boker tov yeladim. Good morning, children. Ma shlomchem. How are you? They could say anything. and make it sound adorable, even if you have no idea what we're talking about. Shalom, hayom anachnu osim colonoscopia. Oh yeah. That sounds great. You guys are so much fun. We're having a great time, and we're going to keep this going. I'm now thrilled to introduce one of Israel's most acclaimed and dynamic performers, the very talented and the lovely Daniella Lugassy.
Hello, everyone. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
הוא היושב לא ישן במרומים, הוא הרופא כל חולים, הוא הנותן בשמחה לילדים, הוא העושה משפטים, הוא בשמיים והוא היחיד, הוא הגדול הנורא, הוא השומר עלינו מצרה, אלוה שמור עלינו כמו ילדים, שמור ואל תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה נעורים, תן לנו כוח עוד ועוד, שמור עלינו כמו ילדים, שמור ואל תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה נעורים, תן לנו גם לאהוב. מה כבר נותר לנו עוד בימים, מה כבר נותר כל היום, שמש סיפרה והמון חברים, לילה ויום של חלום, הוא בשמיים והוא היחיד, הוא הגדול הנורא, הוא השומר עלינו מצרה, אלוה שמור עלינו כמו ילדים, שמור ואל תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה נעורים, תן לנו כוח עוד ועוד, שמור עלינו כמו ילדים, שמור ואל תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה נעורים, תן לנו גם לאהוב, תן לנו גם לאהוב, תן לנו גם לאהוב.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you on this very, very special Yom Ha'atzmaut. I'm happy you all welcomed me in your homes, and I'm happy to welcome you to mine. So until we see each other again in person and hug and kiss each other, I would like to invite you to sing with me and dance with me, even if it's not here with me, but no one's watching, so you can still sing loud, dance your heart out, and Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
Hallelujah, la la. Hallelujah, ישירו כולם. במילה אחת בודדה, הלב מלא בהמון תודה, והולם גם הוא איזה עולם נפלא. הללויה, עם השיר, הללויה, על יום שמאיר, הללויה, על מה שהיה ומה שעוד לא היה, הללויה, הללויה, לעולם, הללויה, ישירו כולם. והענבלים הגדולים יהדהדו בהמון צלילים, איתנו הם יאמרו הללויה, הללויה, עם השיר, הללויה, על יום שמאיר, הללויה, על מה שהיה ומה שעוד לא היה, הללויה, הללויה, על הכל, הללויה, מחר ואתמול, הללויה, תנו ידיו ושירו מלב אחד, הללויה, הללויה, תנו ידיו ושירו מלב אחד,
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Give it up for Daniella Lugassy, everyone. Daniella was beautiful.
Thank you
made me
very
a little
much.
nervous with you made me a little nervous with the talk of hugging and kissing, so I'm going to be speaking the rest of the time with this on. Daniella, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, so before we hug and kiss, I'm just going to put some of this on. Is that okay?
That's fine. It's better safe than sorry.
Now, I'm going to take this off. I shouldn't do that. I'm going to take this off. Daniella has such a lovely voice. She should be in Eurovision. Now, I know the Americans may not know what Eurovision is. Let me tell you. It's sort of like the World Cup for bad music. The Eurovision was here. Was it 1 year ago? Was it last year it was here? I think it was last year.
1 year ago.
As Eurovision is huge, and I don't know if you know this, but Madonna, maybe the biggest, used to be the biggest star, the biggest female recording artist ever, was in Israel to perform. And Madonna is so popular in Israel, we named something after her in Hebrew. If you don't know what it is, you're not going to guess. It's this headset microphone, right, Daniella, that like singers would perform and dance with?
Yeah.
Madonna.
Madonna.
That's normal, dude. That's kind of weird. I guess she was the first one to use it. What if it wasn't her?
Yes.
What would we have named it? Good morning. I'm your professor. We'll begin the lecture as soon as I find my Snoop Doggy dog. Where is it? Is anybody? Well, Danielle is going to be back a little later to close our program with a version of Hatifa as only she can sing it. But first, you're probably tired of hearing from me. Let's hear for some other people, some Israel Bonds employees all around the world who wanted to say Chag Sameach Israel in their own personal and heartfelt way. Let's take a look at this wonderful video.
Let's see.
Isaac Land, the rep. Honey, the wife. Jonathan, the son. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut in Israel. Mission accepted. Ándale.
Chag Sameach.
Hi, I'm Sarah, International Director of Business Development, wishing everybody a happy and healthy Yom Ha'atzmaut from my hometown of Tel Aviv, Israel.
Hello, my name is Israel Maimon, and I'm the CEO of Israel Bonds. My beloved country, Israel, congratulations, happy Independence Day, Mazel Tov. But you see this? You will get a piece only if you will allow me into your borders. Happy birthday to all the people in Israel.
Free Jews for Israel. Hip, 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 biyachad, biyachad, biyachad. Happy birthday. This is Jessica from the London office. Mazel Tov.
Hi everyone, my name is Gilda Abdulazer and I'm the Executive Director in Montreal, Canada. I have here a painting from Israel that shows the birth of the State of Israel in 1948. A miracle then, a miracle today. Happy birthday Israel and happy Yom Ha'atzmaut. Stay safe everyone and stay healthy.
On behalf of the Fisher family,
we wanted to wish Israel Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Am Yisrael Chai!
All right, that was wonderful. Israel Maimon, I know he's on mute, but what a wonderful Israeli accent. I've been here 13.5 years. I still sound American. If I could learn to have Israel's accent, I would buy an Israel bond of any amount, but unfortunately, I don't think it'll ever happen. As Yom Ha'atzmaut, you saw in the video, it is a time to party. It's a time to be with friends and family, barbecues, dancing. We Jews like to complain. Every other day of the year, you can complain. Not today. Today, we celebrate, we have a good time. And before I introduce the guy who's really going to show you how to have a good time, be sure to look at your screens during this next part and enjoy the celebratory photos from the Bond's 70th anniversary delegation. And now, without further ado, from Radio 100 FM, the one, the only, DJ Moshiko Stern.
Moshiko Stern.
אנו מכריזים בזאת על הקמת מדינה יהודית בארץ ישראל, היא מדינת ישראל.
בכל מקום, כל הזמן, יש לכולנו גדול ועד קטן, ימים יפים וגם פחות, ובתיהם תשובה לכל השאלות. יש אלוהים, אחד גדול, ובעולם הזה נותן לנו הכל, בין אפלה לקרנו, את הנתיב אנחנו רק צריכים לבחור, וזה ידוע. תסתכל כמה לירדים מסביב עושים לי היי היי בלילה וואי וואי וסחתם על תל אביב זורחת שמש בעיר הלבנה ונועצים בו מבט מכל פינה והיא יודעת מה היא יודעת הוא יברח לה עוד שנייה I'm your beauty, you're my beast Welcome to the Middle East תל אביב, יא חביבי תל אביב תסתכל כמה לירדים מסביב עושים לי היי היי בלילה וואי וואי וסחטן על תל אביב תל אביב, יא חביבי תל אביב תסתכל כמה לירדים מסביב עושים לי היי היי בלילה וואי וואי וסחטן על תל אביב החום פתאום עולה הלב מתחיל להתמלא מה הסיבוב הזה עושה לה היא מתוקה כמו סוכריה ואיך החום פתאום עולה הלב מתחיל להתמלא מה הסיבוב הזה עושה לה היא מתוקה כמו סוכריה כמו קרמלה
נולדתי כאן, נולדו לי ילדיי, בניתי את ביתי בשתי ידיי. כאן גם אתה איתי, את כוללת ידידיי, ואחרי שנים 2000 סופרים נגודיי. כאן את כל שיריי אני ניגנתי, והלכתי במסע לילי. כאן בנעוריי אני הגנתי, על חלקת האלוהים שלי, על חלקת האלוהים שלי. כאן נולדתי, כאן נולדו לי ילדיי, בניתי את ביתי בשתי ידיי. כאן גם אתה איתי, את כוללת ידידיי, ואחרי שנים 2000 סופרים נגודיי.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Another round of applause for DJ Moshiko Stern. Wow. That was fantastic. Ooh, I'm actually sweating. I'm not sure if it's the Tel Aviv humidity or what it is, but yeah, to anyone who actually thinks this country is dangerous, the scariest thing you could experience is getting your eardrum blown out by a DJ at 3 a.m. I think that is, I can still hear. Wow, that was great. I've had a good time. We are close to wrapping up this evening.
עומר, תביא לי את הטלפון שלך, כי אני לא זוכרת את עצמי.
That was brought to you by the mute button, everybody. the mute button. Remember, use your mute button. And finally, before we wrap up, a couple more things. Please, let's welcome back the amazing Daniella Lugassy to lead us all in the national anthem, Hatikva.
Kol od baleva enima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulfatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia, עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון
Kol hakavod. Thank you so much, Daniella. Thank you, everyone who joined our call today. Thank you for taking the time to support Israel Bonds and everything they do, especially when I'm locked down here in my apartment, and I know we all are, but on this special day that feels very different, to see so many faces from Israel, from the United States, and from around the world. I know I speak for everyone to say that it really does feel like a family, and we appreciate your support. So thank you for joining, and please, let the next time we get together, let it be in real life, in Israel, or wherever you are. To bring this to a conclusion, for the final toast of the evening, for Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israeli Independence Day, I'd like to welcome from Montreal, Francine Samuels.
Thank you, Benji, and thank you, Daniella, for that extraordinary performance of Hatikva. We are so proud to celebrate everyone together in separate homes, but together. My beautiful mom, Shoshana Samuels, my daughter, Eliza, my sisters, Sarah and Charlene, and all of our special friends. Now, I ask everyone to switch to grid mode one last time and join me in a final toast. To Israel, a nation 72 years with a magnificent past and a future of limitless potential. As proud Israel Bond supporters, let's conclude this wonderful celebration by declaring as one, Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you and Chag Sameach.
Thank you all for joining. That concludes our great independence celebration of the State of Israel. See you next year in Jerusalem. Goodbye.